They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I
Oh,
fear to look at them because of their rotten-colored souls.
okay, well, with that out of the way, yeah, welcome back to Rogue Trader. Been a bit, but we're finally getting around back to playing this. I've been just unable to have a good time to record whatever last week or so. So since then, there's been at least one patch. That sound drives me insane. Okay, there's been at least one patch, which is, as far as I can tell, is actually related to the companion we just picked up, or at least it's a bunch of bug fixes and that stuff. But there's some stuff here, namely, apparently she got nerfed, which is fine because we never really used her before said nerf, so I won't know the difference. Excuse me. So, with that, it's time to level her up. I've gone through and looked at some of her talents and stuff like that, and namely, it seems like she has a bunch of unique ones for being a navigator, so we're probably going to end up taking most of those. So, perception and willpower seems to be what she wants. And actually, right before, this one does damage based on what? Willpower. Okay. So she's basically a psyker. um, so we'll just do willpower for this one. Put that one over. Alright, now we get a common talent. Which, a bunch of stuff, but namely, there's all of her kind of unique stuff here. So this one's kind of cool, right? Realistically, combats aren't that long, so this probably gets a plus 10 at best. I'm thinking this one, which I think... No, this one isn't the one that got nerfed. The one that got nerfed was Perilous Ways, I think. Right, because this used to be warp damage, which would stack with this. So apparently she has abilities that move people around. Anyways, so that's good to know. This one still seems pretty attractive, right? In this case, an extra 10% warp damage, which we do have with her, right? The thing is warp, right? Is there anything that actually does warp damage? Yeah, it doesn't tell me what type of damage it is, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't tell you types of damage, unfortunately. I forgot about that. So there's some things we're just going to have to kind of assume, which is a little bit less than ideal, but we'll make it work. Anyway, so I want to grab and focus her on her unique things. So we're gonna be grabbing some of these. So I think one that was interesting to me was I have Oblivion. This is just a minus 10 on dodge and hit chance, which is pretty nice. Oh, this one. Right, because her officer abilities allow her to keep stacking this, which will then scale her damage higher. So I think I'm going to take this one. I don't know if it's going to be great, but it is stacking, which is important, right? So we can theoretically get this going pretty high. So we'll just take this for now. Alright, next thing. Actual talent. We should probably get an officer one. Alright, we have to bring it down. What are some of the abilities here? Yeah, I haven't looked at these ones. Extra AP is nice. Extra 4 movement. Sorry, I haven't looked at these ones. which is important for choosing what feat we take, right? Oh! In here, we have the navigator abilities, too. Okay, cool. That is something important to check. Okay. Then we want to just keep getting more of these abilities then. Right, because I want to go really heavy into the navigator stuff because that's unique to her character. Extra movement's nice. Okay, I started some of these. So I currently have one offensive one, so I don't have anything for that does a buff thing. That's a navigator ability yet. Some flat extra damage is nice. Oh, what was it? I wanted some of these ones here. Yeah, mind over matter. Right, allows us to pump their willpower rather than their toughness, which is really low. So, I want people not dying, so let's see what this actually makes their health look like. So, 24. And... I believe we keep grabbing this one. We could do the perception bonus to just get over, but we're going to do willpower. I really wish you could lock in like, yeah, sucks you can't like end the level up at this point, right? So I can see effects. Can't go all the way. Alright, so let's look at some of these okay, Glimpse of Fate. This is prereq. Okay. This one is a buff. That's pretty nice. Does it cause failed degradation? No. So our willpower is going to be 60, so 6. So that's actually pretty solid. Till the end of combat, huge buff to health. Can you use this on ourselves? Can we just keep stacking things? Okay. Okay, and here's some offensive related stuff. 1 + 2 willpower, so 13, 2. Yeah, we currently have a building that's very much like that, except this is a cone. Oh my god, why doesn't it give you the notification on this one? That's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Yeah. Oh. So there's where the movement abilities come in. Interesting. Oh, and this stacks with extra. Ooh. So instead of movement, Right. The other option here. Sorry, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But, kind of annoying there's no search function like there was in Pathfinder after those patches. You would have thought they would have tried to keep that, but... Right, but, Perilous Ways. Was there another one? Stable Routes will also be interesting if we plan on keeping her the same party as Adira, but we probably won't. Adira is still first on my shopping block at the moment. Open to the Warp just kind of increases your... Yeah, okay. So I think instead of doing the movement stuff, which probably was like the meta previously prior to the patch, because you'd get that insane stacking, we're going to do the extra turn stuff probably. Interesting. So I'm just looking at some of the prereq ones. Right. Any of these prereq... Yeah, I was wondering if anything has a prereq of this. Stacking buffs against it isn't exactly great. Okay, I definitely see why moving around people is pretty crazy. Wow, dude, she's crazy. These are some insane abilities. Oh. 2 AP to get Abelard. This gets another turn. Okay, something to look at. Right, because that will also stack more there. So, kind of what the idea here is we get a bunch of stacks that make our then damage ability significantly stronger. Is the dream. But when do we get abilities? Skill, talent. Okay, looks like we get one more ability, so we're going to have to be pretty... So if we want to show the path, we have to take either Reveal or Glimpse of Fate. That's nice, but I feel like this one would probably be more useful. So 2 to consider. Oh, interesting. So here's some more like damaging things. Oh, it's a Psyker ability. Yeah, that's not that great. And a Waking Nightmare. Oh. I think I'm gonna go down this one. So we go Waking Nightmare, Warp Curse. The only other one is if we go down to movement area. I mean, Touch of Anger is cool, but it requires the enemy to be grouped up really tight, which isn't impossible, especially with melee characters, but dangerous. And it's all units. Or all enemies. Okay, Zone of Fear is all units. This is great for getting people like out of cover and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think we're going to do... Oh man, I wanted to check the damage again. So the damage range here is going to be from 13 to 30, which is pretty crazy. In this case, it's a minus 27 willpower and toughness, which will make other abilities much better overall. And then Warp Curse is pretty crazy. But I think we're going to do Held in My Gaze. God, I wish I could check the thing without losing everything. Okay, I'm going to do it. Alright, so this is 2 AP, and its damage is much lower, but it's AoE. That's not how math works, what? I don't have 10. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Willpower. This one will just do the mind over matter over here. Just give her more health. I know it's not ideal per se, but a little bit more health is pretty good. Unless, now I'm going to just go insane. Okay, we're not doing ally power here. I'm thinking Sarah's pretty crazy. No, it's a tax opportunity, never mind. Yeah, and we'll get Blood Alchemy. Right, because if we're going to be doing warp damage from Held My Gaze. Yeah, it's willpower. I'm going to assume it's warp damage. Who knows? The game does not tell you damage types. And then Warp Curse after that. That'll suck, the game just does not tell you damage types whatsoever. Yeah, just make it's entirely vibes based. Alright. Blood Augury. So in this case it's just an extra 12%. But each hit, pretty crazy. Alrighty. Oh, is this stupid? This is stupid. If these stack like I think they do, this is stupid. We have to try this. Right, because if I'm taking this... if I'm taking this, that's just a pre+5. Only on the first turn, though. Is a free +5. Actually, it's a free +10 because I will use an officer ability, you know, such as bring it down. So it's a +10. How many more abilities do I get? Characteristic, skill, talent. So I get 4 more after this. What are my other options here? Defense higher than agility, that's true. A little bit of healing's nice, but I mean, this increases the fellowship, which makes the other things better, obviously. Guide of the Souls will be useful. Right, this is literally just the Nimble perk, but better. So I think Guide of Souls is where it's going. Well, this isn't exactly how I felt like spending all my time, but apparently it's how I'm spending all my time, because she has a lot more to her kit than I expected. I mean, that's useful, like, for bosses and stuff like that. Okay, let's take a quick look at the other ones. Right now, it's the Guide of Souls. It's looking pretty darn good. That's fellowship bonus. What else gives our adventure extra movement? Persuasion, commerce. How are we looking here? Abelard's got 50. Alright, air persuasion. Ooh, upgrade for finest hour. how much extra damage? All extra wounds. Oh, interesting. This one's very flexible. This one's more of a using it as a debuff. Clear. Ooh, this one sounds a little more interesting. Alright. Someone's gotta do coercion. I'll do commerce. And, looks like fellowship. Or perception. I'll do perception. Okay, Jesus Christ, okay. 24 to 40 health. It's a pretty big upgrade. As in, she is now our second tankiest character because her toughness stat is inflated. Cool. Well, that was going to almost nearly an entire episode of the, in and of itself. But we've got a new character, and they have some abilities. And finally, we have someone who's going to be using pretty much all their AP all the time.
I'm always ready.
Although Avalar is using as well as AP all the time. Alright, let's get off this rock. Alright, well, we have a full party. Took us a while to get there, but... Oh, hey. Yes, sir. That's an interesting walk, hands on hips. Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first. Your heart starts beating furiously, your breath becomes short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of the sudden wave of unease. Without looking at Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. Cassia sweeps away her pensive gaze over Vigdis and lowers her lashes slightly, turns to you. What do you wish to speak about? A few seconds hesitation, she lets a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me from the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. For that, I am immeasurably grateful. But now, I am ready to go to Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. Tell me more about this ritual entails. Doubt the uninitiated can understand the mysteries of navigation, but I shall try to explain the essence of it. I must merge my mind with the will with the machine spirit of the ship, so that I become one with the vessel. He lifts a lock of hair from the back of her neck, revealing gilded implant ports. After that, I use the House of Cellular ritual, which I am loath to reveal to you, to free my mind of all errant thoughts, and then... Then it is time to open my third eye and peer into the depths of the warp itself. Among the nightmare's visions, mirages and creatures of the abyss, only the light of the Emperor is the truth that will lead me from star to star, from system to system, over the light to the guiding thread so fine it can slip from one's grasp at any moment. But you have nothing to worry about. Navigator House of Cellular never lose their course. I do refuse red paint. It is my habit to use the blood of my attendants so as to preserve my own. However, given the current circumstances, my own will serve even better. The blood of Nevis Nobilite is sacred, and so is more suitable for the communion ritual. Alright, I shall ensure that these necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. I shall take my leave of you in duration of the rite. I ask you, do not follow me if you can survive the gates of my warp eye when it is opened. And the Voxmaster has something to say. I do like our spinny chair. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Navigator and the bridge. May the Emperor's light help us all. Cool. We got a Navigator. Our ship is seaworthy. Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the serration of clothes, pious chanting, and metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence. Initiating communion ritual. Apparently she streams it. Hear the exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, then stifled gas of the Lady Navigator, resounding drip of liquid on canvas, and a faint whisper of the brush. I see violent vortices lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface of a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning into fog, the path to one end, another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. In frozen rays, light of spring is here, the light is deadened, the great ruler is gone. Voxmaster recoils at her words and accidentally snaps on the cogitator levers. And a panel beneath her fingers a bit sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series switches and bows guiltily. Magic apologies for cutting off the podcast, Lord Captain. I never heard the warp speaking through the Navigator before the connection is restored. Now it will not happen to me again. Leave the Lady Navigator undisturbed. Right, because I assume on her end it's fine. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox trains of Shash. She's fine. Servers of the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of Lady Navigator's rite. As it was for her predecessor, I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around my brush, only draws me inward. The way is blocked. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual is successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge, as cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other is haunted. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a Navigator. Spare with me a few moments of your time, please. Several matters to return to your attention. First of all, report condition of the station near ARC-5. Regrettably arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. Warp disruptions affecting the ARC-V twisted the bodies and minds of the attendants. I wonder if we went here first, that might be different. Corruption failed to affect Lady Cassia. Thank the Emperor. The Navigators are trained to resist the Immaterium's pull. With your permission, I'd like to remind you that we are still in need of many more men and women for the crew, and we have not yet located Henry Collox, the right-hand Lord Inquisitor, as we can now attest. The man vanished in the shadows, star system not present in York 5. Keep this in mind when making any future plans. Thank you, okay, tell me I'm wonderful everything. No, thank you, Bill. That'll be all for now. As is please do. Great. How do I go on the bridge again? Spin bit. Here, right? Yeah. Anything fancy? No. Back to the bridge for a minute. Cool. Oh, we level. Oh my god, more levels. Okay, this is the leveling episode. That's what it is. Okay. Alright, what do we got? We got a talent and a skill. Okay. Perception isn't that great. Exposed weakness being 0 AP will become more important. Especially as we're getting here. We've got one talent there. Okay, so we've got two more talents of each category. So that's pretty top there. I mean, this does give one more exploit per. It's exposed weakness that scales off int, right? No, I have something that scales off int. I've already forgotten what the hell I have that scales off int. Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so we have some other things that are scaling off int. Just making sure. I mean, this is just passively putting out a lot more tech exploits. It's only 2 cells, so more useful on, you know, this guy who's actually closer usually. I mean, sharpshooter is looking more and more tempting each time. That 4 is our perception, right? So the skill doesn't really matter. If we got to 5, we could theoretically make something out of it, but extra 3-ish damage. Well, actually, it'll be probably more around 6, considering we're usually sitting around 10 from what I can tell. Not anything to inherently sneeze at. This one is actually more tempting now that I have a little bit better idea. I mean, it just seems like too low of a percentage. Like, unless your int goes crazy. Right, 3% extra hit and crit chance. I mean, 3% crit chance is nice, but... Got a lot of sniper now. What we're looking at solid weapon expert, no last weapon expert. Less dodge is nice. More movement's also nice, but we actually don't need it on this character. We also could get weapon proficiency, which we haven't seen any alien weaponry and that stuff yet, so I don't know, but could be very good. Right, potentially opening up. I'm not sure who has good snipers. I'd assume it's Aldari, but we'll see. I need some better things first there. Okay. We'll do instant exposure. Right, once we get to our actual next thing, the AP uses are going to become more and more important. It's hard to go wrong with this one. Okay, so plus 10. We could do tech use. We don't really need to tech use. Actually, we were just looking at this weapon. Right, because what do we need? We needed to take... featured lore casinos. And I mean, no one else is doing it. Oh no, Pascal is. He was our lore casinos guy. No one else is doing lore Imperium. Awareness is pretty good too. Cassia is our main person there. So it's a question of, do I think... I think having the option available is worth it. So we'll do the Xenos just for that one, even though we could bump this up to 90, but we're not failing any checks, so nah. Cool. Cassia, another level for you. I know, it's been so long. Oh god, another talent. I'm gonna... What do we got last? We got commerce and perception. Find us out upgrade again. Get ability after the next level. Let me take a quick look here. Yeah, we got guided souls. We could just get it really tanky. Still or else it'll allow us to use fixed rail degradation decently, right? Because theoretically we can use 2 per turn or so, which is not insignificant. We could do perception to bump or dodge up. Right, instead of being 30, it would bump it up to 60, which is a pretty big increase. Okay, let's, for the sake of argument, take a look at some of these things again. Seize the initiative is always tempting. The 16 cells is pretty good. Let's bump it up to 19 cells. What's our current stiff? So this would be what, +2? How much does their staff give? So it'd be a +2 damage, which is eh. I think we might do a... And this is one way to bump up our fellowship to another bonus. I'll probably ever take Master Tactician. Just want to check what you tend to scale off of. Fellowship. Willpower is good at the very least. You're also fellowship, right? Yeah, well, it seems like all of our options involve fellowship, so let's just bite the bullet now and get a little bit of bonus fellowship. Yeah, plus 11. It's pretty good. The other thing would be plus 5. Yeah, it's literally just better. And then we get a fellowship. It's great. Alright, she's insane. I see why people were saying she was busted. Alright, mister. How did I get for mine? Joint analysis, yeah. And then I gave the upgrade for the joint analysis, right? I just never grabbed the upgrade for this. Apparently not. Sort of something that required joint analysis. Huh. Cool. Alright, what do I start here for you? I already looked at your... Oh! Yeah, let's look at some of these things now. Oh yeah, he's insane. What? Oh man, I've been missing all these unique things. Okay. Next round, that's good. That's pretty solid. Oh, that's cool, but it still ends its attack. Oh, good to consider, good to consider. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Okay, well, I think he's got enough operative talents that we can focus on some of these other things. Hey! We can get him more macadendrites. So this one's just would get us another healer, which is pretty great. I think we're gonna do prediction. Because, not gonna lie, we got parried so many times that I'm now just like, you know... Perception's so low that I don't really care there. Jesus Christ, that's actually crazy. Senior Communion is just this guy, right? Yeah, what the hell? Okay, well that's the option. That's an insane not that I need more damage, but he's getting more damage. Like, this one will definitely help against pairing, which we'll figure out later. But right now, that amount of damage in Armor Pen is crazy. And buddy, you can get Medicaid because at some point you might get that thinned, right? Oh, you get an ability. This is good for, you know, if you're in melee, if you get swamped in melee. Oh, that's a cool use. Oh, concentrated fire is pretty crazy. Like, this is a cool setup. Concentrated fire. Alright, you're getting probably demo. Yeah, you're the demo. No one else is even close. We need demo because I don't want to die completely to traps. New operative! Cool. Just remembering what we've gone previously. Awesome. Stuff like that. Okay. What have I starred? Can I get side rating 2 yet? There you go. I thought we already were. Right, because our side rating is 1 here, very clearly. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The total value is 1 we get from our bonus. Okay. Alright, well that's an obvious choice here because, right, that's an entire other multiplier for a lot of things. Sure, enjoy. There we go, so just 2 total, 1 base value. Okay, well that hasn't updated yet. But that should make her abilities much stronger, right? Have to see it. Yeah. Right, because this should be a big upgrade. Yeah, because we get a new multiplier. Which is pretty crazy. Yeah. Flat out multiplier is easily choice. Alright, Abelard. So we got Sworn Enemy, Endure. I mean, distance is cool, I guess. Probably Taunt. It'll eventually come in more useful as we make him tankier and tankier. Okay, common talent. Chain weapon expert is tempting just because of raw damage. Dueling mastery. Parry is good. 5 extra health is okay. He has nothing special. Probably a stat increase. I mean, maximum damage is nice, but so very got weapon skills. So our next one will be strength. So we should get weapon skill in this one to make sure we're not getting parried. Yeah. Alright, just bump it up a little bit. Great. Okay, well, with that, I think we're done for today here. Leveling. Sorry that this takes forever, but, you know, having to read the things and then also this fucker here just being like, I have a trillion new mechanic things to look at. Have fun! And then it not explaining if things are warp damage or whatever, and you're just like, okay, whatever you want, honey. Let's see. Let's get you a... Your skill is garbage. Which means you just spray and pray. Alright. Alright, well, with that, we'll end this here. Good stuff. You know, necessary stuff we'll actually get on to. Probably going back to the planet and going to the thing for the Adeptus Mechanicus next is, I think, the plan. So, see you there.